The dead ruin has life blown into it for just one night. This is the place for tonight's Avatar gig. Metal fences and heated gazes under the moonlight. Low heavy music and fires in drum barrels fill the primeval festival. Several gigs have taken place up on the hill. It's a nice deserted place that meets all the requirements. Plus, all the empty rooms in the abandoned buildings make it easy for communes to hide themselves.
2戦目です。今夜もマーダラーでブラックに行きますよ。意味わかんないし。でも、昼間の格ゲー特訓って意味あったの？
You skipped school today to play games with Mayuki?
あのゲーセンは高倉市で一番ハイレベルな猛者が集う聖地です。反射神経の向上はアバター操作にも必ずやフィードバックされます。
Benu's face is pale. I'll avoid asking what cruelty she endured.
どったの？イザワッチ。
うるせえ、ほっとけ。
ローンウルフさんは今夜もご機嫌斜めなようです。狂犬病を移されるので触ってはいけません。
Izawa's on edge, but it's not quite the same as last time. He was just high on adrenaline before.
今夜は速攻で潰す。一発も食らわねえ。
He must still be bothered by the fact that he owes me from last time. He's surprisingly loyal, or just socially awkward. Our fight is the third one tonight. We won't be waiting long.
私らのお相手は
The name Ouroboros appears on the LCD screen.
戦績は2勝。ここでは割と新参っぽいコミみたいですね。あれ？ウロボロスって確か
The snake that bites its own tail? The name rings a bell for Benio. At that moment, shrill supersonic waves rush through the seats. Abandoned rooms, shattered glass, a ready-made coliseum of metal beams. Shrill voices fly across the battlefield, completely inappropriate for a place where steel fantasies are about to vie for dominance. Some goth lolly girls scream on the sidelines. When I first saw them, I assumed they were lost.
美しきフェアリーたちよ。今宵も心ゆくまで戦いの調べに陶酔するがよい。
And then 5 people appear in even gaudier outfits than the girls. They enter the Colosseum with applause. All 5 of them have makeup and carry instruments.
宴の夜は長い。まずは心して聞け。僕たちの新曲。青き血の打天使。
For some reason, they start playing music. It's a thoroughly self-centered visual kei performance.
痛いとかそういう言葉すら生ぬるい次元ですね。おはるさんショック。なんか負けちゃうよね。
Why would you want to beat them at this?
ごめん。友達がファンでこないだ一緒にライブ行ったんだけど、海だったんだ。
Your friends have great taste.
クソいまいましい連中だぜ。
At least it's getting Izawa motivated. Plus, they're drawing tons of attention to themselves. Connectors always try to stay hidden when possible, but for some reason those guys don't care about that. They're trying so hard to draw attention to themselves, it's almost refreshing.
宣伝の一環なのかな。メジャーデビュー狙ってるとか。
If so, I can't help but feel they're completely misunderstanding something. Beyond this chaos lies only the Death Goddess. Why is she here? Hase Kuratori, the arch enemy of all communes, including mine. She looks at my face and smiles.
どったの？
It's nothing. A festival that's called the Goddess's Eye. The plans of countless humans are consumed by the madness. After the Visual Kei band finishes playing their new single, the match finally begins. The crowd is so pumped up it's irritating. I feel like we are playing an away game now. The fence is covered by the other commune's groupies.
見物人なんざ関係ねえよ。気に入らねえ。バラバラにしてやるぜ。
ファンは大事にしないと人気落ちちゃうよ。
The match begins. 2 gate lights appear in the combat zone.
き暗号の底に宿るもの以下略アルファオメ
ガ。全部唱えないの？まゆまゆ。
今のは設定との噛み合わせがいまいちなので新しいのを考えてみようと思ってるとこなのです。いまいちなんだ。
5 wills are loaded into it. Life returns to the metal corpse. The black monstrosity activates.
いでよ、我がアバター、ローエングリン。
The band's vocalist holds his right hand over his face as part of a strange summoning pose.
まゆまゆ負けてる感じ。いっそ脱いじゃうのはどう？
恥ずかしさではあんまり勝っちゃいたくないです。
An Ivanhoe! What appears is a humanoid avatar holding a long weapon. Closer to a human shape than a pentagruel. Both categories are good at melee combat, so they're very common in the gigs.
なんか正統派っぽい。
Honestly, I'm just glad we'll be able to read them. That thing shouldn't be as weird as the Caspar last time.
バビロンよ、醜き悪竜よ、君の戦いには美しさがない。僕たちが音楽と闘争で表現するもの、それは大敗の美学、赤き月が嘆く今宵。我が剣は断罪の銀の刃と化して少女たちの。
Everyone in the ruined building watches warmly as the leader of Ouroboros strikes a magnificent pose.
あのバカ、殴っていいってことか。
I guess so. Babylon's tail flashes. The knight is blown back into the metal fence.
今全く避ける気配がありませんでしたね。なんだか不意打ちっぽくてかわいそう。
I'm not feeling any tension at all yet.
なんというゲスどもだ。重要な前工場の時に攻撃するとは。
You could have dodged that. I know they can't hear us, but I can't help myself.
試合はとっくに始まってんだ、トンチキが。
He charges forth without a moment to spare. Speed boost. How do his fingers play a fictional keyboard? By weakening the pull of gravity on itself, Babylon achieves explosive acceleration. It swings its tail around like a pirouette.
二度も同じ手は。
So he can learn. He jumps out of the way of Babylon's tail and leaps forward before we regain our footing.
滅べ、終滅の国権、一式、天使の慟哭。
The blade in its right hand starts to glow. The steel knight traces an elegant spiral with it. Then its right hand evaporates as if it just teleported into Babylon's mouth.
投げんだよ、技名。
切りかかる前になんで一回転する必要がありますか？
Shrill cries echo. I quickly start to feel like we are the bad guys. This is getting really unbearable. Babylon slowly backs off, keeping its distance. Lohengrin has lost an arm and its weapon. It's probably lost half of its combat strength.
優位に立ったにもかかわらず攻撃の手を緩めるとは甘いぞバビロン。貴様は僕らに勝つ最大のチャンスを逃した。
さっきと言ってることなんか違うし。
The armor on Lohengrin's chest changes shape. Inside is what looks like a cannon glowing blue.
懺悔せよ、絶対指紋、ゼロ式、呼吸と。
An attack of incomparable power like Babylon's fire. I can imagine the explosion, but... Sorry, I can't wait that long. Babylon shakes his head. The knight's right arm is released from its fangs. It soars through the air, spinning around. Still holding the sword. The long blade runs through Lohengarin's chest. Its own weight crucifies its owner against the metal fence. Now it's a shish kebab. Kebab? The crowds cheer at the conclusion. We head out of the ruined building. We hang out in a different building to avoid the hot air in the Colosseum.
勝ったね。
勝ちました。みんなそのテンションの低さは何故？
勝ちは勝ちだろうが。これで俺たちも2勝。ノーマットの首に一歩近づいたってわけだ。
You still think that's going to happen?
奴がこれ以上レベルアップしないうちがチャンスだ。この場の頂点に立てば、ギグの利権に食い込める。
He smiles. He's wicked, but he's not insane.
ここで動いてる金は、町のケチな取引とは額が違うからな。
Izawa has ambitions, not just a desire for violence. He's calm and rational, but all the more dangerous. An unavoidable tempest that could bring us all into catastrophe, but not unlike that man. Kaiser. Gazaitsky, another dangerous man. He forces his danger on all those who interact with him, whether friend or foe.
それは聞き捨てならない言葉ね。頂点に立つですって？
The response and its timing feel almost scripted, but that's strangely appropriate for her. Oh, is it, what's her name? Rondo? Yeah, it is. Rondo. Brown skin and vivid blonde hair. She makes me think of a rose blooming in a foreign land. We met her on the same night we saw the legendary avatar called Sting, a red girl we met at the scene of a slaughter.
そう。私はロンド。
I feel like I've seen an illusion of magnificent flowers.
そしてその第一の親友、
she's here too.
君塚いろは。
Another girl appears behind the red princess. She's short-haired and energetic, her nose moving like a dog's. Healthy legs extend from denim hot pants. She looks like she's dressed for PE class. When I look closely, I can see freckles on her face. Yeah, that's right, that's the first time they meet her on this route.
ロンド、あの時の。どなたですか？それに、こっちの素性もバレてるみたいですけど。
明人のお知り合い？
Stop making it sound insidious. We met her one night after fighting the BKs, that's why we both know each other. Hiding your identities is common sense for connectors, but if you stay cooped up in your room forever, the world will leave you behind, everything in moderation. I remember you saying we'd meet again, but I'm surprised to see you out here.
あんたが噂の水輪さんか。噂はロンドから金がね。私はさっきも言ったけど、これの親友、名前はいろは。
Hi, I'm Izawa.
うぜえ女どもだ。何しに来やがった。
Izawa's standard policy is to pick fights with everyone he sees.
おやおや、私たちの活躍も知らないんだってさ。噂の竜のコミも、ここじゃただの新参だね。
She lights the powder keg.
んだと？
鉄砲出すのはやめようね。怖いお兄さんたちがこっち見てるから。
The gig's bouncers, I don't feel like finding out whether they're carrying real guns or not. I did check the rankings online. You've won 3 matches so far, right? I did see the name Miss JH online, so this reunion wasn't actually that big of a surprise.
そう。そして今夜で4勝になるわね。
She runs her fingers through her hair. She could be more photogenic.
足元すくわれて泣くざまを笑ってやるぜ。
このロンドには目的がある。
A goal. Light in her eyes. Her pleasant smile is replaced by a dark heat.
目的を遂げる強い意志もある。浮かれ騒ぎたいだけの有象無象に負ける道理がないわ。
You sound confident.
強者には己を疑う理由がないもの。
あらら、元気のいい子。ちょっと三つ編みにしたいかも。
That makes no sense.
でもまあ、自信はロンドのいいとこなのよ。せっかくだから仲良くしましょうって言いたいけど、ここじゃそういうわけにもいかないか。
Because we'll have to fight each other soon?
あんたたちが勝ち進んでけば、そのうちそういうことだってある。その時は、ユーバナ流大回転召喚をお見せしましょう。何そのとっても怪しい必殺技。いいけどさ、おちびちゃん。アバター戦は個人競技じゃないんだから、最後に勝つのは知恵より勇気より
団結のある方ってね。
That sounds a lot like saying a tightly clenched fist has stronger punches.
うん、握力かける体重なんちゃらってやつですね。漫画で読みました。
あんたたちは大丈夫なわけ？
Kimizuka Iroha provokes us with a smile.
もしかすると挑発されてますか？
最後に足を引っ張るのは味方なんてことにならなきゃいいけどさ。ねえロンド、まったくね、イロハ。
They smile together. I think I can hear Izawa's blood vessels bursting.
てめえら、今すぐ死にたいならここで相手してやるぜ。
Don't do that. I stop him, exuding as much irritation as I can.
クソ女に舐められて引っ込んでられるか。
I really wish you'd learn to ignore provocation like that. Just look at how the maid does it. You guys weren't acting like this last time.
あの夜とはお互いの立ち位置が違うわ。この場のあなたたちは私にとって打倒すべき敵。そして私の進む道を飾る花の一輪。
She's eager to crush us.
場にルールを敷くのは強者の特権。だから私は勝って強者になる。言いたいのはそれだけよ。
Does that include beating Nomad?
そうする必要があるのならいかにもね。
She doesn't fear Nomad. Death doesn't concern her. I vaguely sense that Rondo has the same willpower that I do. Could I ask you something?
何かしら？
What does the king of this hill get to do? Izawa ridicules, Iroha displays her anger, Rondo smirks slightly.
カエサルのアバター、エルアライラーをギグの場に引きずり出すわ。
Oh. El Araira, another legend of the communette. No one knows who Kaiser really is, but he is charismatic enough to bring all the wild militant communes together into an enormous legion under his control. The avatar who obeys Kaiser is the Silver El Araira, said to be invincible. Why on earth would you want to do that?
カエサルをこの手で殺したいから。
Oh. Rondo's will turns into a blade, heat, a scorching red lance to pierce her enemies. Is that anger or hatred? Some mad emotion surges through Rondo. Kaiser hasn't been choosy about his methods, so while he did make an enormous army, he also made many enemies. It's entirely possible that Rondo is one of them.
エルアライラーを一騎打ちで破壊する。カエサルを倒すためのそれが最も確実な手段だから。カエサルは用心深いからね。絶対に人前に姿を現したりしないのさ。だから向こうから出てくるように仕向けるって寸法。イロハの言う通り。いずれアバターギグはコミネットを席巻する。
She stands tall without a shred of self-doubt.
カエサルも無視できない巨大な怪物になっていくでしょうね。ローマを脅かすガイセリックやアッティラのように。
くだらねえ。
Izawa spits on the ground. That's the end of their conversation.
ねえ、ロンド。
Bino was watching quietly until now. She finally saw an opportunity to say something.
カエサルを殺すつもりなの？
That's what she said.
イエス。
やめてほしいって言ったら？
Normally, Bino can tell what you should or shouldn't say, but once in a while she gets it amazingly wrong, like now.
出た。熱血キャラはこれだから。
Rondo's expression vanishes like a freezing flower.
多分あなたがやろうとしていることはあなたにとっては正しいことなんだと思う。それでも言う。人を殺すのは思いとどまってほしいの。あなたが次のロンドを生まないために。
Bino is being so normal I could almost laugh. A runaway justice train, a pushy salesman of morals.
あなた。
Underneath the mask of her good looks, a woman's face wavers.
恥知らずなのね。
Deep inside Rondo's eyes, I see the same dark, murky heat from a minute ago. Bino is not innocent herself. She decided to take up arms against Karasuma, the Komyu hunter, just like the rest of us.
ベニオさん、これが素だから怖いです。
正義の味方と厄介者ってよく似てるよね。
板胸もたまには役に立つじゃねえか。
こっちも素なのが救いないです。
いいわ。 教えてあげる。私がカエサルを殺さなければならない理由。
Stop. Other people's circumstances are nothing but minefields. There's no way to know what parts will get blown away once you step into them. Walking in naked is just stupid. That's why Benio's an idiot.
あきひと
And that's what makes her Benio. You can tell us your life story some other time.
わかったわ。そのうち自叙伝でも出版しようかしら。
She accepts my suggestion and nimbly turns away, like part of a choreographed routine. She's back to the usual rondo. After that, Benio felt miserable about what she did, but I kinda expected that, so we left her alone.
放置。
放置ですね。
頭外して埋めてこい。
No! During that time, Miss JH gets its 4th win. Their opponent was Reconquista, who had 4 wins already, so they were one of the gig's regulars. Their avatar was an Ivanhoe called El Cid. Despite the longer history, it was annihilated in no time at all. 32 seconds after the match started. Rondo's avatar rushed into close quarters just as the match began. Miss JH is a Burrows. I thought that meant the Ivanhoe would have the advantage in close quarters, but Miss JH defeated it a moment later. I don't know what its power is. A pan that shot forth like a lance, disabling El Cid completely. Her prediction was so true it's sickening.
勝ちやがったか。クソ面白くもね。
Performers must never forget to entertain their audience.
ナイス棒読み。
他人の不幸は蜜の味ですし。
I'd really like to see what parents manage to bring you up.
両親に会いたいのですか？巧妙に下心を仕込んだ婉曲的プロポーズですね。小児性愛志向者は全員苦しんで死ぬべきだと思います。
Benio-san, Rondo won!
そう。
That reaction reminds me of her previous breakdown, but this time it looks only like straight up regret. She'll recover in no time if I leave her alone. I hope.
勝手に暴走してドツボハマりやがって。
Don't glare at me when you say that. She's the sad one, not me.
死人には鞭打てないタイプですね。
あらら、イザワッチもお優しいんだ。
黙ってろエロメイド。そんなんじゃねえ。
Izawa walks away by himself.
もう帰っちゃうの？まだ試合残ってるのに。
けったくそ悪くていられるかよ。おい水は、次のギグまでに痛胸のテンション絶対どうにかしとけよ。
Yeah, I'll do what I can. Izawa leaves before the rest of us. As a result, he misses the biggest event of the night.